Thank you. Get in the mixer. Try my best.
And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, welcome to another video today with me. It is my CLUB100 debut. A little championship that thankfully the lovely George, who I just obviously shook his hand, invited me to this lovely event. And at this point I am shitting myself because George was explaining to me the start procedure of we're like a rolling start, you're side by side and you're going for it. You have to be against someone's bumper, and let's just say it all went out the window. We get the whistle to finally start the engines of a lovely CLUB100 Rotax Max kart. And as I say again, I am shitting myself. I do not know what's going on. I'm already fallen so far behind the pack, and I believe I believe it's my fault, but I'm not sure it actually fully is, that we had to do quite a few number of laps to finally get ourselves into the position. So we did, I believe, a 10 minutes practice, 5-minute quali, something like that, on a lovely wet Buckmore Park in the middle of February? No, was it February? Or it was March? Something like that. My mind is all over the place. The people that know me know I'm stupidly busy, so I don't even know what's going on. Almost causing an accident there. Well done, Kenny. Bloody well done. I hope the audio comes out much better than the last video, because apologies for the last one. I did edit it really low for some reason. But I believe practice, we didn't do too bad. But by the way, it is my first time in these karts, and from this day forward, I learned that I still need to learn a lot in the sport of go-karting, because it was just so much change of weather conditions and everything. And I believe we cut to the part where we finally reached the formation lap, and in quali we managed to qualify P25, and it wasn't too bad. I could have done better, but I just didn't want to crash, didn't want to cause a problem, and just thought, you know what, as long as I'm not last, happy days. And I believe this is where we get the green lights to go straight up into turn 1. I really should turn the camera around, but you know, it's hard to edit up. There we go. And we are getting quite stuck in. We were almost 3 abreast into turn 1, braking really early there, just trying to get any grip as possible. Oh, oops, a bit of a spin out from someone there. And I'm just trying to stay within the pack, but among this race I do many mistakes. I'm just sending it down the inside. I've left too big of a gap. Trying to take the dry line here, but as you can see, everyone just struggling with so much grip, or so less grip, should I say. And this part, I could never get this right. I was like, I took it flat out, then I didn't take it flat out, and once again we're going 3 abreast into this turn. And I really should learn the names of these corners. And yeah, this corner I really struggle with. Some people take a dry line, some people holding it down on the inside, which is what I tried to sort of do here, but it didn't really help. But I'm looking forward to try these karts again. Bit of a tap to the guy in front, I do apologize. And this corner I was told to lift, I was told to brake, not a clue. I did have a decent drive down this corner here, but as again, the grip levels were constantly changing and it wasn't helping. As the race went on, a dry line was better, but I just could not use the full capability of the car. Sending it down into turn 1, doing a decent move, trying to keep it stuck in, but oh, not doing too bad. Is that George's dad? I think that's George's dad. I'm not sure actually. Oh Jesus, massive amount of contact there. Big shunt. And I try and take position here. I don't think that's George's dad actually, my bad. Yeah, this guy in the red suit, did he win in the end? I'm not even sure, to be honest. There's like everyone's got a different suit. There's a lot going on in this race at this point, and I'm just trying to keep it on the tarmac and keep myself alive. But yeah, at this point I think I've made up a few positions. I'm not too sure, but disaster will eventually strike, and I think it struck twice actually, so that is unfortunately the part. Don't know why I'm going so wide. I really don't know why, but as I rewatch all this footage back, I'm just like, so many stupid mistakes. I really should have tried a bit harder. Everyone's braking so late into this corner. Well, not even that late, to be honest, and I'm just being a wuss. Forced onto the grass there, trying to take an outside line, and obviously that lost all momentum going up to the back straight, or the front straight, whatever you call it. But don't get a drive at all, and it was just such tricky conditions, as I say again. Try and send it down out on the outside into turn 1, and yeah, we both just go wide. There was just no grip whatsoever. I think this is where actually disaster struck. Master spin from him, and I just absolutely punt him. In my defense, I thought I could make it, but obviously not. And that puts me dead last. But you know what? From dead last is where I continue my charge. And I'm very proud of myself at this point. But just after this corner, I think you might be able to see George in the top left waving his hand saying, "What the fuck?" Oh, I can't swear, I don't have to beat that out. But yeah, he's like, "What's going on?" So, yeah, shunting myself all the way down to last. But now begins my pursuit. At this point, I'm pissed off, I'm annoyed. I'm like, F this, let's go for the charge. And I'm just like, yep, sod it, sending it down the inside. And then this is what annoys me now. I'm watching this back and like, why didn't I do this in the earlier bits of the race? Why didn't I just brake later, go for it? But I just tried to not cause chaos. You know, everyone's here, has lots of experience, and I just tried to keep it on track and try my best. I think I did get away with a few track limits as the day went on, but you know, it should be alright. Nice little Club 100 Experience Championship this, and just such fun to drive. I wish I've still yet to experience Buckmore Park in the dry. I've been there at least 4 times now, 3 of them normal Sodi carts that you get, and then obviously ones with these guys in Club 100. And just honestly, such an honor and such a pleasure. And once again, thank you, George, for inviting me, because wow, like what a thing. I would love to do the official championship, but I guess that is why I am racing in BIKC, to see if I do somehow make it through to the nationals and try my best to, you know, get it. I think that's George's dad now that I'm sort of overtaking. He's in a battle with Mr. Orange Suit guy, but we do a bit of an okay overtake. We brake quite early here, just trying to get as much grip. I don't think that's working for me, that technique I'm doing where I'm like getting on and off the gas. I don't think that's really helping build the revs, but it sort of works in Team Sport Basildon, but I don't think it works here. Get a lovely start on the back straight. This guy copying my suit, unbelievable. And we're down back in this turn. I think we made up 3-4 positions right now. And I think we pretty much fight back to almost our top position. And I think this guy in front, we'll call him Magic Mike for now. I think that's him anyway. But obviously it's not, his name's not Mike. But me and him have a good tussle throughout the whole of this, well, this fight really. We go for it up. Someone's trying to take me on the inside. No, senor, no. Shutting the door on him. Yeah, I'm not taking this flat out anymore, but getting better drive out here. But this is the part where I struggle. Like, do I brake here? Or do I go deep and brake there just to get some rotation into the car? This is the part I couldn't figure out. And if you guys do race in the wet, the amount of concentration and stress just, I guess it is a mental battle, as they say. And you can see in my face there, I'm just like, ugh. I'm not happy at all. But don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed myself in this race. I just wish I could find the middle of the pack. But unfortunately that just wasn't the case, and look at the amount of drive I'm losing down the back straight. It's just ridiculous how these people just find the grip. But that's what I mean, experience just happens so much, like so much experience just helps you so much, especially in these races. And obviously people race here know these carts. I should have made a position up there, but I think my visual focus just wasn't there. I should have just looked for my brake marker and brake there and go for it, but that's the thing I need to learn. I keep looking ahead at the guy instead of looking where my line is supposed to be, and if the guy in front makes mistakes, I tend to make mistakes as well. But, you know, we do try our best. But yeah, I'm struggling really hard to catch Mr. Mikey up there. And once again, that's not his name. But when you spin out and you go last, this is what happens. You have to fight your way back to the front. And the leaders were just really stupidly fast. Like, this was a mix of lightweights and heavyweights. So if you have the red number, which is what I've got, you are a heavyweight, which you're a chunky boy. And yeah, I honestly, as my, well, I say career, as my progression in karting progresses, I just need to lose more weight to be faster, to be honest. And hopefully this year in the BIKC we should be able to do well, but I'm hoping to do more of this Club 100, but it's just getting the time off work, to be honest. I work 2 jobs and it's not easy, and it's always on weekends, I believe this. But yeah, taking that drier-ish line there sort of helped, but the drier line did not help. Lost a lot of grip there, tried to go flat out again. Just come off the gas again because I'm just losing too much grip. And I believe the only difference with these Club 100 karts compared to normal karting is you have to do a mandatory pit stop at least in 45 minutes in, something like that, just to lube up the chain, because obviously the Rotax Max engines, they're very, very powerful. And I really hope the next time I'm trying these karts will be in the dry. Hopefully I'll get a better position, and hopefully there'll be much more better content for you guys to enjoy. I'll leave you guys now to enjoy a little bit of, I guess, raw-ish footage. I'll try and put some background music at the back, and I believe in the next clip, or when I next cut this video, we should be catching up to Magic Mike or something like that. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of raw footage of me obviously catching Magic Mike at some point and now fighting with this guy down to turn 1. And we both had a little bit of track limits. I don't know how, I don't know where. I took a bit of that little inside curve and he took a bit of it outside, and somehow those track limits for both of us. I'm just like, But you know what it is, what it is. Oh, a lovely take. Oh, the overtake on the inside. Even I'm surprised about that. I thought I overtake barely anyone. But we're fine for position here, and it was really nice to actually catch it. It was a nice little bit of a battle there. I'm sure you enjoyed that little bit of music over the background. So we're really struggling. I just no confidence in the car whatsoever. And here come the bloody leaders coming. Jesus Christ. Imagine you could see a 360 view of the world. Like, you just see like 700 people behind you. Like, I need to get past. And I'm this point. I'm trying to get out of the way because obviously I'm not fighting for position. These guys are fighting for the lead. I really hope I didn't compromise anyone's race. And here you go, the leader's so much drive. Like, I think I tried to actually learn a thing or two by copying them and trying to follow them, but it's so difficult, honestly. But yeah, I will keep trying and I will persevere in this karting thing. I do want to, hopefully the next time I do this, as I say, I will fight in the middle of the pack and eventually work my way up to the top 10, because that would be such a result. I believe coming around the back of me now are the heavyweights, I want to say. I'm not too sure. But the guy in the red suit, I believe, is the heavyweight gentleman who won it in the end. And George's mate, I think he got P2, but he did such a good race. I think he came around me in turn 3 and just tried to copy his dry line as the day went on, and it was just, as I say again and again, so difficult and so hard to go through. But nice overtakes from everyone there, braking so much more later than me and just having so much confidence in the car. Yeah, I believe this gentleman won in the end for the heavyweights. and I didn't do too bad in class actually, but obviously I'll tell you the result at the end of the video. And then I think at this point we're still getting lapped by people, and it's just so well difficult, as I say again, in these changing conditions. Is not what I thrive in. In the indoor, obviously there's not much change. It's either cold or it's hot, good cart, bad cart, simple as that. And obviously you have to learn the track. But outdoor is almost a whole different ball game. Weight doesn't play a massive difference, but obviously when you're 100 and everyone else weighing 85, it's a much different. So 100 kg, if not 100 plus kg here, Kenny, actually, with all his gear on. So hopefully by the time BIKC comes around, the next time I race in this, I will be hitting the 85 to 90 mark, which is what many of the heavyweights say is the sweet spot for apparently these carts, for the heavyweights anyway. Anything over that, it's, I wonder if that's a track limit, you know, me going so much of that curb. But I do manage to get away a lot with it today. I think the marshals really chilled out this one. They're just like, you know, you lot do you. As long as you're not gaining position or getting an advantage, it should be no problem at all. And I think at this point it's just damage limitation. I see the people in the back, they're still trailing behind me. Well, I say that, and there's someone, well, to be fair, this guy is one of the other heavyweights, I believe. I might be wrong. And there's so much drive out this corner, and I mean, no, me lifting sort of kept up with him, but as you can see, the gap is just massive. And I just try my best to hold on. And once again, I'll leave you guys with a bit more raw footage before we come on to the next little bit of an event happening. And I'll leave you guys here for now, and then come jump in a bit. And then once again, like and subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and comment for anything you guys want to see more of in the future.
Hey, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone, foot on the gas. Yeah. GPS. I got goals, I know where to go, so I never crash. Hey, way too fast. I gotta go, I'm in the zone, foot on the gas. Hey, GPS. I got goals, I know where to go, so I never crash.
And once again, unfortunately, just a massive spin out for me once again, letting the back of some of the leaders and even some of the back of the pack catching up to me. So an unfortunate mistake once again. I'm trying to I believe these people, oh yeah, that's it, they are the leaders. Well, not leaders, sorry, they're in the middle of the pack. So I just thought, you know what, you guys just go through. I've done a massive mistake and I've lost all momentum. So by all means, overtake me and carry on. And at this point, I'm so pissed off because I'm like ridiculous. I've done a stupid mistake. I don't even know how I did a mistake, to be honest. I think I've just locked the brake or something stupid. God knows what. And at this point, once again, it's an aim to survive. On the earlier clip, scratched the part in the earlier bit where I said, why did I get track limits for that? I think at that point I was so much onto the curb just before turn 1. That's probably why I got the little black flag. Black flag? Black and white flag, warning flag. And yeah, as more leaders pass me, we carry on in our pursuit to inevitable victory. Well, I say victory. It's a victory in my books, you know. I've got Magic Mike still behind me, as you can see throughout the raw footage of with all the music and everything. When we caught him up, overtook him, he overtook me. Mistakes here and there from both, then a massive lockup at some point, a bit of a slide there, Jesus. And yeah, we managed to try our best and actually fend off Mr. Mike. I wonder who that was. I really wonder now. Letting more leaders pass me, and yeah, they're taking so much of a drier and tighter line and just trying to capitalize, but just experience, just lack of experience in these cards, as I say again. And then, do I take this corner better? I don't think so. Now I'm trying to break it down on the inside, then trying to take a tighter, dryish line, but see, he's just coming down the outside. Ooh, must have a slide from him. And just like that, he's gained so much momentum, and he's just gone past. So I'm just like, obviously everything I'm doing is wrong. So, and the amount of drive is ridiculous. Did I get some rotation there? No, I think it was just the camera turning, but going sideways, that's it, I'm going sideways because changing conditions just was not favorable. I mean, at this point, I'm sure it was drying up, but there was still so wet everywhere that it's like, what do you even do? And I think we catch up to some leaders at this point. I'm not even sure, to be honest. I think this is still, I think I'm at this point lap traffic. And do I go in for the pits? And I do, yeah, that's it. I was just wondering, like, when do I go into the pit lane? But yeah, on the CLUB100, the pit lane is completely different to the regular, well, rental car is over at that, the British, the building over there. But in CLUB100, this is the actual pit lane. There's Fernando there guiding me in, because obviously I have no idea what I'm doing. And then getting my chain all lubed up and ready to go out again. Go, go, go. Come on, Kenny. Jesus Christ. So slow. Reaction times are terrible. But there was a bit of a group in front of me, so I was like, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to pit and get out of the way. And what do? I pit outside another big group. What an idiot. But here we are. Getting pushed out wide already. And trying up. Is that George? I think that is George. And yeah, that's George. And I'm just trying to catch up to him. Like, just trying to follow any line possible. But even George struggled a lot. I think his cart wasn't as good that day. Apparently it was bogging down a lot. And there just wasn't any much power in it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this is me trying to follow George to my absolute best. And George is just gone. George is just gone. But I'm trying my best here, to be honest. Like, I'm not sliding as much. I'm trying to get on the brakes a bit better. Ooh, but I don't know about that. I'm taking a dry line, and of course, it takes me to the end of the race to realize the dry line was eventually better. The idiot. When I say idiot, I mean me, of course. Just coming onto this back straight, like this part of the track was ever so changing conditions. Someone's trying to come up my inside, and then does he overtake me on the straight? Surely I don't fend off someone on the straight, but let me guess. Yeah, that's it, right on the inside. Oh, the heavyweight, the guy who won the race, he's already gone ahead. So I'm at this point lapped by 2 or 3 laps, which is not my usual thing, and normally I'm the world, to be fair. I guess I'm not always racing with experienced people, but getting lapped 2 or 3 times already, just trying for damage limitation and just aiming. I say score points, there's no points to score here. It's literally just for experience. And I think at this point we pretty much race it all the way to the line in the next few minutes of just a few more laps of just raw footage of me following, trying to adapt, trying to overcome. And to be honest, it was about an hour-long race, and as you can see the time goes, and there's a timer where you get the warnings as well, just at the start-finish line. And after about half an hour to 30-40 minutes into the race, you're just like waiting for it to go down. You're just like, hurry up, let the race be over with. I do really want to try a 24-hour race at some point, but just this hour race itself with these much faster cars was already just so not taxing, but it was just, you're just like, when's the time gonna end? Because obviously if I was doing well and fighting in the middle of the pack constantly, then I don't think the time would have even bothered me. But just because of what's going on here, I'm just trying our absolute best just to hold on. And just to be fair, at this point, if you look behind me, I don't think any of the other back markers or anyone before me finished. Basically I finished quite far ahead of everyone, I think. I'm not too sure, but I just need to check the times again. But I did not see them throughout the rest of the race. Obviously, after Magic Mike just saw the warning and he just let me through, because he was like, why did I get a warning? Which is fair enough, but I just capitalized on the situation. And I think is this me lapping someone? I think this actually might be me lapping someone, you know, because I swear that guy was at the back of the pack. Well, I say that, and then he's about to take on the inside. But we should be able to do a clean overtake here. And yeah, that's a nice little overtake. Take it down the straight. And I mean, George commended me on my performance. He said it wasn't bad. You were comfortable. You hung out there. But I just wish I did so much better. I guess the expectation from myself is just always much higher than what you're realistically expecting. And then once again, just getting stuck in. Just trying our absolute best to fight, to hold on, to let any business. But as I say again, he's just gone. He's just gone. The frustration is kicking in. And is that checkered flag? That should be checkered flag, right? No, it's not checkered flag yet. Sorry, okay, my bad. I think one more lap until checkered flag. I'm letting people through, but they're not really going through. They're taking the long way around. And this is the middle of the pack fighting through. So at this point, lap probably 3 times. And I'm done. I'm like, forget it. I tried, I had fun, I really did. Wish I did better. And yeah, just getting out of the way now. I'm just like, whatever. But onwards and upwards is what I say. onwards and upwards in everything in life. And there's George. I'm trying to catch up to him. I'm like, George, come here. But yeah, just trying to learn anything I can just to take any away from the session. But I guess what I took away in general was experience in the kart, which was good, and just learning to constantly find the grip, but also just try different things. I guess I should try more in practice. And that is it. That is the checkered flag. That is it for my Club 100 debut. There's George giving me the thumbs up. I think we try and go for a fist, but I'm not too sure. And it was just lovely to experience it. I think I'm showing where did you finish? But I obviously can't hear me over the loud Club 100 cards, Rotac Maxes. And once again, thank you to George. Thank you to his dad for being so nice, so accommodating. Thank you to everyone who I spoke to that day. Thank you, Fernando. It was lovely to meet every single one of George's mates, his racing friends, and everyone. And it was honestly just a lovely and welcoming environment. And I recommend anyone who hasn't tried Club 100 to please give it a shot. It's very competitive, very fast, as is the British karting scene. And I really do hope you enjoyed this video today. And we will end it there. And thank you very much for watching. And hopefully this audio will come out right, or else I'm going to be very annoyed.